and burn up their houses with fire. So they're going to kill our sons and daughters and burn our houses up with fire. Thus will I cause lewdness to cease out of the land, that all women may be taught not to do after their lewdness. Not to be no hoes, no prostitutes, acting like they have no power. Like the other nations, just laying down, come and get it. Sick before the Most High. And they shall recompense your lewdness upon you, and ye shall bear the sins of your idols. And ye shall know that I am the Most High power. You start crying out to him. So I go back to Psalms 106. See, when he break us down, start killing us, like you say, kill the sons and daughters, start killing the elderly and the old and the young, the maidens and all that, then here we go. Psalms 106, verse 43. Many times did he deliver them. They provoked him with their counsel and were brought low for their iniquity. Nevertheless, he regarded their affliction when, there's a condition, when he heard their cry. They're just crying to the Most High. It's part of what we have to do besides keeping the commandments of the Most High, besides having faith in the Mashiach Shai, besides fearing the Most High, we got to cry to the Most High. Hear what he said, nevertheless, he regarded their affliction. When we're in affliction, this is Jacob's trouble. Brothers and sisters, he regarded their affliction when he heard their cry, and remembered for them his covenant, for his name's sake, his covenant that he made with Abraham, Isaac, to Jacob, to the 12 tribes of Israel. And he remembered for them his covenant, and repented according to the multitude of their mercies, of his mercies, excuse me. See? So who this covenant with? You ain't got to go far. Go to Psalms 105, back one chapter, and read verse 8 to 10. This is covenant. He remembered his covenant, right? Because you have preachers now, I'm hearing saying the covenant is with anybody, everybody. No, this is what it says, clearly. Make it say something different, or mean something different, as it is written. Psalms 105 and 8. He had remembered his covenant forever. The covenant is a contract and agreement. Forever. The word which he commanded to 1,000 generations, which covenant, a contract or agreement he made with Abraham. Did it stop with Abraham? No. And his oath unto Isaac, and confirmed the same unto Jacob for a law, and to Israel for an everlasting covenant. So that's the covenant that he's talking about. Psalm 106 and 45. From Abraham to Isaac to Jacob to the 12 tribes of Israel. That's the agreement. That's the contract that he has, not with anyone else. You go to Jeremiah 31:31 down and Hebrews 8 and 8 down. It'll tell you that covenant is still with the 12 tribes of Israel. Northern tribes that we went over in Ezekiel, and the southern tribes. Verse 45 of Psalms 106. And he remembered for them his covenant, and repented according to the multitude of his mercies. Mercy is not getting something that you do deserve. The multitude of his mercies that he didn't give us what we deserve. He made them also to be pity of all those that carried them captives. Save us, and we cry unto the Most High, save us, O Most High, our power, and gather us from among the heathen. And give thanks unto thy holy name, and to triumph in thy praise. Blessed be the Most High power of Israel. Hear that? Not of no one else. The Most High power of Israel, from everlasting to everlasting. Let all the people say, Hallelujah, praise ye the Most High. Yes. So look at go to Judges, the 8th chapter. Judges, the 8th chapter. Look at verse 22. Let's go up a little further, because it's dealing with Gideon. Judges 8 and 11. And Gideon went up by the way of them that dwelt in tents on the east of Nobah and Zogbahal, and smote the host, for the host was secure. He smote the host, the army. And when Zebah and Zalmunna fled, he pursued after them. He chased after them and took the 2 kings of Midian, Sibah and Zalmunna, and discomfited all the host, discomfited all the army. Gideon, the son of Joash, returned from the battle before the sun was up, and caught a young man of the men of Succor, and inquired of him, and he described unto him the princes of Succor, and the elders thereof, even 70 men. A score is 20, so that's 60 is 60, and 17 is 77 men. And he came unto the men of Succor and said, Behold, Zebah and Zalmunna, with whom ye did upbraid me, saying, Are the hands of Zebah and Zalmunna now in thine hand, that we should give bread unto thy men that are weary? So, he's saying, hey, they trying to, say, hey, you more powerful than them? He done killed them and the army. And he took the elders of the city and thorns of the wilderness and briars, and with them he taught the men of Succor. And he beat down the tower of Penuel and slew the men of the city. Hear that? And he beat down the tower of Penuel and slew the men of the city. Then said he unto Zebah and Zalmunna, What manner of men were they whom ye slew at Tabor? And they answered, As thou art, so were they. Each one resembled the children of a king. And he said, They were my brethren, even the sons of my mother. As the Most High liveth, if ye have saved them alive, I will not slay thee. If you ain't killed them, kept them alive, I will not kill you. And he said unto Zethar, his firstborn, Up and slay them. But the youth drew not his sword, for he feared, because he was yet a youth. He was young. He said, Up, kill him. He was scared. He was still a young man. Then Zebah and Zalmunna said, Rise thou, and fall upon us. For as the man is, so is his strength. And Gideon arose and slew Zebah and Zalmunna, and took away the ornaments that were on their camels' necks. Had their camels all decked out. So whenever you lost, that was spoils. Took it. Verse 22, Then the men of Israel said unto Gideon, Rule thou over us, both thou and thy son, and thy son's son also, for thou hast delivered us from the hand of Midian. And Gideon said unto them, I will not rule over you, neither shall my son rule over you. Most High shall rule over you. Hallelujah. And Gideon said unto them, I will desire a request of you. Gideon said, I got this request. That ye would give me, every man, the earrings of his prey. They had golden earrings because they were Ishmaelites. They had golden earrings in their ears because they were Ishmaelites. They were Arabs. And they answered, We will willfully give them And they spread a garment, and did cast therein every man the earrings of his prey. And the weight of the golden earrings that he requested was 1,700 shekels of gold, beside ornaments and collars and purple raiment that was on the kings of Midian, and beside the chains that were about their camels' necks. And Gideon made an ephod thereof, and put it in his city, even in Ophrah. And all Israel went thither, or whoring after it, which thing became a snare unto Gideon and to his house. So, Israel went a whoring after that. He put something out there, seen all this gold, God. We jacked up. I tell y'all, we are really jacked up. They would a whoring after it. We really jacked up. The Most High is giving us an opportunity, brothers and sisters, to get it together. He's giving us an opportunity. Look at Micah 4:1. But in the last days it shall come to pass that the mountain of the house of the Most High shall be established in the top of the mountains, and be established in the top of all the kingdoms. The house of the Most High. The family of the Most High. Who live in a house? Family. Like a lot of times you see house, I mean family. And it shall be exalted above the hills, above all little governments, all little kingdoms. And people shall flow unto it. People going to visit, you're going to have to flow unto we brothers that are teaching this truth. And many nations shall come and say, come and let us go up to the mountains of the Most High and to the house of the Most High of Jacob, to the family of the power of Jacob. And he will teach us of his ways. You only can come to the Israelites. So nobody else is teaching of the ways of the Most High. Nobody going into the history and going into this Bible to show us how the way to please the Most High. The only thing I know is what the Mashiach say in St. John 14:6 in religions. I am the way. There it is. He's the way, but you don't even know him. You don't know him here in Micah. Where he at? Where's he at in Micah? In Ezekiel, where we just left. In Daniel, and so forth. Where's he at then? So you don't know him. So do you really know him? He said, I come to find the book, it's written to me. So do you really know him? That's why I'm saying. And many nations shall come and say, come and let us go up to the mountain of the Most High and the house of the power of Jacob. And he will teach us of his ways. How's he going to do it? And he will walk, and we will walk in his paths. For the law shall go forth of Zion. The law going to go forth of Zion. This is how everybody's going to come back to the Most High. We say the law going to go forth of Zion. Who is Zion? 12 tribes of Israel. It's not going to go before anyone else, it's got to come through the 12 tribes of Israel. Point blank. And no other. Look at it's got to come this way, no other way. Isaiah 51:16, proving who the Zion is. And I have put my words in thy mouth, and I have covered thee in the shadow of mine hand, that I may plant the heavens and lay the foundations of the earth, and say unto Zion, thou art my people. So now when you see here, when it says in verse 2 of Micah the 4th chapter, and we will walk in his paths, for the law shall go forth of Zion, it has to come through the 12 tribes of Israel, who represent Zion, and the word of the Most High from Jerusalem, wherever we are as the 12 tribes of Israel. Because the land not speaking, the land of Jerusalem not going to talk to you. But we come from Jerusalem, so we the ones that's going to be able to bring forth the law of the Most High to you. And he shall judge among many people, and rebuke strong nations afar off. And they shall beat their swords into plowshares. They're going to beat their weapons and their ordinances of mass destruction into plowshares. That's farming utensils. And their spears into puny hooks. Nation shall not lift up a sword against nation, neither shall they learn war any more. That's once the judgment is of this earth is over. So therefore you know that nobody's flowing to Israel, land of Israel, because they're going to bring forth the law of the Most High there, because there's still war there. Nation shall not lift up a sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. This is in the kingdom. But they shall sit every man under his vine and under his fig tree, and none shall make them afraid. Ain't no more war. For the mouth of the Most High of hosts has spoken it. For all people will walk every one in his name of his power, and we will walk in the name of the Most High our power forever and ever. In that day, said the Most High, will I assemble her that harder. Nobody's more harder than us, the children of Israel. And I will gather her that is driven out, and her that I have afflicted. He said he's going to do these things to us. He's done it. And I will make her that harder the remnant. That's 1/3 of the 12 tribes of Israel. That's still. And her that was cast far off, a strong nation. How far do we have to be cast off from Israel to Africa to America? From Israel to Samaria, to be scattered among all these nations? So we have something very precious to look for. That's why he told us in Isaiah 40th chapter, first verse. Comfort ye my people, who are the 12 tribes of Israel, said the Most High. Speak ye comfortably to Jerusalem, and cry unto her that her warfare is accomplished. So I say, we just read, ain't gonna be no more war. Our warfare is accomplished. That her iniquity is pardoned. It's like he's gonna pardon our sins. For she have received of the Most High's hand double for all her sins. This is the chosen people of the Most High, that have played the harlot, played the whore, played whoredoms with these other nations, laid down with them, opened itself up to them. They can just have them any way you want to, and any way you can't think of. And now, Most High saying, comfort ye my people, said the Most High, speaking comfortably to Jerusalem, representing the 12 tribes of Israel, 1/3, mind you, that remnant that he just spoke of, and crying to her that her warfare is accomplished. Remember the Most High said it's the time of Jacob's trouble. He said our warfare is accomplished, that her iniquity is pardoned, for she hath received of the Most High's hand double. Hear that? Double for all her sins. We receive double for all our sins. The chosen people of the Most High. That's why he says, speak comfortably to us. Our warfare is over. It's coming to an end. Are you ready? You ready to receive this, or you going to be still rebellious as we have read all day, as the Most High said? Listen, go to Isaiah 61. And verse 4. And they shall build the old waste. They shall raise up the former desolations. For the city of David is desolate. It's like a desert over there in Israel. Going to raise up the former desolations, and they shall repair the waste cities, the desolate, the desolations of many generations. Listen, we're going to do it. Isaiah 30 and 10. And the sons of strangers shall build up thy walls, and their kings shall minister unto thee. When my wrath I smote thee, but in my favor have I had mercy on thee. See? So that's what's going to build up our old waste cities and the desolation of many generations. Verse 5 of Isaiah 61 and 5. And strangers shall stand and feed your flocks, and the sons of the aliens shall be your plowmen and your vine dressers. So we got to deal with that. Go to Jeremiah 4:22. Remember, it's the son of the alien, right? Because you see, that's talking about Mexicans. They call them aliens, or those illegal aliens, right? Let's see what the Most High saying. When he say aliens gonna stand, he say strangers gonna feed our flocks and so forth. Jeremiah 4:22. Lamentations 4:22. So like Lamentations 4:22. Let's see about these aliens, as the Bible says. Lamentations 4:22. The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. It improved. The daughter of Zion. Zion is representative for the tribes of Israel, both sides people, who we are. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. So this is the last captivity we had to go to, was Deuteronomy 28:68. When he said, and the Most High shall send thee into Egypt again another time with ships. By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And there, when you go on these ships, you shall be sold as your enemies, for bondmen and bondwomen. No man shall buy you. Buy is an old Quaker word which means to save or redeem from a worse condition that we're in to a better condition that we're going to be in. The Most High going to do this. Why I say, Lamentations 4:22 to let you know that this is the last captivity we got to go into. That's why he say, he will no more carry thee away into captivity. What is he going to do? He will visit thine iniquity. He's going to visit the sins, the wickedness, O daughter of Edom, of the Edomites. He will discover thy sins. He will discover their sins. Edomites are the so-called indigenous Caucasian people. He will discover thy sins. He will discover your sins. Now here we are in Lamentations 5:1. Remember, O Most High, what has come upon us. Consider and behold our reproach, our disgrace. Listen, our inheritance is turned to strangers, our houses to aliens. So the children of Israel can't be aliens. So our houses is turned to aliens. I mean, I look over there in Israel. It says that Israel won't be there until, go to Romans 11. And look, verse 11 and 11. I say then, have they stumbled, they should fall? Most I forbid, but rather through their fall, salvation has come unto the Gentiles for to provoke them to jealousy. He told us in Deuteronomy 32 and 21, he can provoke us to jealousy with no people in a foolish nation. And here we are now, seeing it, living it every day of our life. Say, now if the fall of them be the riches of the world, and the diminish of them the riches of the Gentiles, how much more therefore this? How much they gonna get? See? So it's just here until the Gentiles fulfill their part. That's why we're saying in Lamentations 5 and 2, our inheritance is turned to strangers, our houses to aliens. They the aliens, not us, not the children of Israel. So going back, as we see how it's dealing with them being the aliens, not us. But they twist everything to make it seem like we're someone that we're not. Listen. Isaiah 61 and 5. And strangers that's outside of the 12 tribes of Israel shall stand and feed your flocks. And the sons of the alien shall be your plowmen and your vine dressers. They're going to be plowing the land and growing the grapes for the best wine that we ever had in our life. But ye shall be named the priests of the Most High. Hear that? We're going to be named the priests of the Most High. Men shall call you the ministers of our power. Ye shall eat the riches of the Gentiles. And in their glory shall ye boast yourselves. For your shame ye shall have double. See? For our shame we're going to have double. And for confusion they shall rejoice in their portion. Therefore in their land they shall possess the double. Everlasting joy shall be upon them. For I, the Most High, love judgment. I hate robbery for burnt offering, and I will direct their work in truth in the laws of the Most High, his rules and regulations. And I will make an everlasting covenant with them. We know the covenant is. We just read that in, right? Psalm 105, 8 to 10. To Israel forever and ever and ever. Here it is again. Everlasting covenant means going to last, and I will make an everlasting covenant with them. And their seed, our children shall be known among the Gentiles, these other nations, and their offspring among the people. All that see them shall acknowledge them, that they are the seed which the Most High hath blessed. They don't have to acknowledge it. Say, I will greatly rejoice in the Most High. My soul shall be joyful in my power. For he hath clothed me with the garments of salvation, powers and authority. He hath covered me with the robe of righteousness. As a bridegroom decketh himself with ornaments, that's the husband, in a way. And as a bride, who symbolically, we the children of Israel, 1/3 of us, adorning herself with her jewels. For as the earth bringeth forth her bud, and as the garden causes the things that are sown in it to spring forth, so the Most High power will cause righteousness and praise to spring forth before all the nations. See? They gonna know it. Look at Isaiah 62:1. For Zion's sake will I not hold my peace. For the children of Israel's sake, the Most High said, I ain't going to be quiet. And for Jerusalem's sake, I will not rest, until the righteousness thereof go forth as brightness, that light. And we know that light, Proverbs 6:29, is what? Commandments of the Most High. Until the righteousness, we know the righteousness, Deuteronomy 6:25, is commandments of the Most High. Thereof go forth as brightness, which is the light, and the salvation, powers, and authority thereof as the lamp that burneth. And the Gentiles shall see thy righteousness. They're going to see that we're keeping the commandments of the Most High. In all kings thy glory. And thou shalt be called by a new name. Hear that? He's going to call us by a new name. Yahshua. Which the mouth of the Most High shall name. The Most High is going to give us a new name that he's going to name us. Thou shalt also be a crown of glory in the hand of the Most High, and a royal diadem in the hand of thy power. Thou shalt no more be termed forsaken. We ain't gonna no more be termed forsaken as we are now. Neither shall thy land any more be termed desolate, but thou shalt be called Hephzibah, and thy land Beulah. For the Most High delighteth in thee, and thy land shall be married. So this right now is divorce. Man gonna be married. Whereas a young man marry a virgin, young man marrying a virgin, so shall thy sons marry thee. And as the bridegroom rejoices over the bride, so shall thy power rejoice over thee. I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace, day nor night. Thee that make mention of the Most High, keep not silent. Don't be silent. Well, we got to keep bringing forth this truth. But we got to make mention of the Most High while Mashiach Yahushua. And whatever's in it for them, they got to get it first, even before us. Better think about it as you read these words of the Most High spiritually. If there's anything in it for him, you better understand and give him the glory. Or learn how to say hallelujah, learn how to say praise the Most High. Or whatever it is that's given. Because in the end, he's going to be all in all. Whether you accept it or not. If you don't accept it, he's going to throw you into the lake of fire anyway. Because it's all about him. And Mashiach Shai going to reign for 1,000 years. Then you're going to be subject to the Most High. And the Most High going to be all in all. Forever and ever and ever. He was all in all. He's all in all anyway. But everybody going to know that he is the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Jacob being the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel. This is his name. He said, memorial to all generations. This is his name forever and ever and ever. But he's going to be all in all. So all you that's looking at yourself, this, that, and the third, whatever, you better hear what I'm saying. If there's anything that's written that's for him, you see what he did to us and what he's going to do to these other nations that don't believe in him. Oh yeah, they're going to believe in him because he's going to be all in all. He can raise up hurricanes, tornadoes, tidal waves at the same time. Anywhere. Oh, it can't happen here. Don't believe the hype. Listen, when the flood came, the water came from where? It never rained on the earth. Water came from the sky, and it came from where? Under the earth. How do you think he watered the ground? From under the earth. Brought the water up from under the earth. So he can get you anywhere. Don't believe the hype. You see these sinkholes just popping up anywhere. Whoop. It was a sinkhole. It was a whole house. The only place that the sinkhole went down was this man laying in his bed, in his bedroom. Choo! Big hole in his bedroom, and the whole rest of the house standing strong. Big sinkhole in his bedroom. Took him out. Can't even drop a quarter down there to see where it ends. All kind of things the Most High has for you. Don't play with the Most High. It's all about Him, first and foremost. That's why we can't, listen to what it say. I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace, day nor night. Ye that make mention of who? Yasharallah? Israel? Israelites, 12 tribes of Israel? No. Ye that make mention of the Most High, keep not silence. You better exalt Him. And give Him no rest till He establish, until He make Jerusalem a praise in the earth. They know Jerusalem no praise in the earth now. It's desolate. Say the Most High has sworn by His right hand, sworn by Hamashiach Yahushua, and by the arm of His strength. Surely I will no more give thy corn to be meat for thy enemies, and the sons of the stranger shall not drink thy wine. All right, say the aliens gonna what? They gonna plow our land, and they gonna bring forth our grapes, our vineyards, for the best wine ever to be tasted. Mashiach said he ain't gonna drink it no more until he drink it in his Father's kingdom. And the sons of the strangers shall not drink of thy wine, for the which thou hast labored. But they that have gathered it shall eat it, and praise the Most High. You hear that? So you better get used to praising the Most High. If you ain't praising Him now, you're gonna, it's what you say, but they that gathered that, but they that have gathered it shall eat it, and praise the Most High. And they that have brought it together shall drink it in the courts of my holiness. That's the kingdom, y'all. Look, I gotta continue. It say, go through the gates, prepare ye the way of the people. Cast up the highway, gather out the stones, lift up a standard for the people, the 12 tribes of Israel. Behold, the Most High Yahushua have proclaimed unto the end of the world. Come on. 2 Ezra 6 and 9. 2 Ezra 6 and 9. Proclaim to the end of the world. Just to bring it on home. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow it. So Esau has to be ruling as a superpower of earth at the end of the world. Listen. Isaiah 62 and 11. Behold, Most High Mashiach Yahushua have proclaimed unto the end of the world. Esau is the end of the world. We in it now. Jacob is at that beginning of it that follow it. Say ye to the daughter of Zion, the Israelites, behold, thy salvation cometh. Saying to you, our salvation, powers and authority on this earth is coming. Behold, his reward is with him, and his work before him. His reward, to reward us, is with him, and his work before him. And they shall call them, who? The holy people, the redeemed of the Most High, the Mashiach, and thou shalt be called, sought out, a city not forsaken. That's what he's telling us. 2 Ezra 8:51. For unto thee, unto you, O Israel, is paradise open. The tree of life is planted. Time to come is prepared. You know? It's prepared. Mashiach said, I'm going to prepare a place for you. The time to come is prepared. Plenteousness is made ready. You know what plenteousness means? Plenteousness means no matter what you desire, it's going to be plenty of it. Plenteousness is made ready. A city is building, and rest is allowed. But it said the strangers are going to be doing all the work. These other nations are going to be doing all the work. He said rest is allowed. Yeah, perfect goodness and wisdom. Look, go to Isaiah. Hold that. Get Isaiah 14, 1 to 3. It said rest is allowed, right? This one rest going to be allowed. Isaiah 14 and 1. For the Most High will have mercy on Jacob. Jacob's name was changed to Israel, and we became the 12 tribes of Israel. From our forefather Jacob, Israel. For the Most High will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel, and will yet choose the Israelites, and set them, and you know it's not just Jacob, set them, the 12 tribes of Israel, in their own land. And the strangers that we read about shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. They're going to be cleaving to us from all the destruction that's going to be done in this earth to bring salvation to the Most High and Mashiach Yahushua and set up a righteous kingdom on this earth. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place. We're going to take these strangers, these other nations, and bring them to their place, just like they brought us to their place. But we're going to take them and bring them to their place, where they're going to be at, living at, and that's a remnant of these other nations. And bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Most High for servants and handmaids. That's men slaves and women slaves. And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were. So we went over, you know, Egyptians, the Syrians, and the Babylonians today. And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were. So we got to go to the Syrian, Persia, the Mede, and the Edomites, Ishmaelites, Arabs, all of them had us in captivity. Moabites, Chinese, Ammonites, Japanese, and the Jewish people, Moab, Ammon, and Amalek. The Jewish people had us in captivity for 18 years, whose captives they were. And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were. And they shall rule over their oppressors. See? We're going to rule over our oppressors. Listen, once we're ruling over them in the kingdom, and it shall come to pass in the future, in the day that the Most High shall give thee rest. That's when we get this rest. From thy sorrow, and from thy fear, and from the hard bondage wherein thou wast made to serve. See? There it is. He's going to give us rest. That's when we get that rest. Daniel 7:18. And the saints of the Most High, who are the children of Israel, the 12 tribes of Israel, but the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever. That's why we just read in 2 Ezra 6 and 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followed. But it's going to be forever, even forever and ever. Verse 27. In the kingdom and dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High. The saints of the Most High defined in Psalm 148:14. The children of Israel. It was a people near unto the Most High. In the kingdom and dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High, whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and all dominions shall serve and obey him. Hitherto is the end of the matter. That's all I say. All praise to the Most High and Mashiach Yahushua. Praise to praise and blessings to all those that have been edified with this lesson. If you'd like more information, you can reach me, Priest Thaahwam, at P.O. Box 20012, Long Beach, California, 90801-3012. Or you can call me at 562-235-1226. And if you'd like to send donations, you can send it to the P.O. Box. Or you can, if you have a PayPal account, you can send it to paypal.me/Shield of Wisdom. Once again, that's paypal.me/Shield of Wisdom. Be very much appreciated. There's a lot of things that's going on in the future. It's going to take money to do it. In the near future. Matter of fact, days from now, things are going to be happening. So, you know, if you find in your spirit to contribute for the edification that you're getting, like the Most High said, buy the truth, sell it not. So it's not for sale. Any donation, any alms that you want to give is appreciated. Say, buy the truth. Let me read it to you. So I'm not just, a lot of times I feel you gotta hear what the word says. So I'm not just talking out the side of my neck. Proverbs 23:23. It says, buy the truth and sell it not. Also wisdom, you gotta buy wisdom, and instruction, and understanding. See? So it says, oh, labor's worthy of his hire. So I tell you, that's what I'm going to do. I continue to do this continually. And that's how the blessings come from the Most High. And with that, love you, Israel. I'm out. Shalom.